Namaste, everyone. Yes, we are starting with a brand new intro, I guess. I don't know what to call that. Yell, call out, whatever you want to call it. But yes, we are starting with a brand new one as it is a brand new week. Season 3, episode 4A. Just like NFL season, we are in week 4 already of this. I mean, a season that's already going by quickly. I mean, similarly to last year. Like last year, kind of put it into perspective for me how fast the season actually does end up like coming and going. But for any and everybody new, welcome. Let me add some little Michael Richards for you guys. Yeah, welcome in. It is your favorite show with your favorite bro. Back one more time. Like I mentioned, season 3, episode 4A. And we are back, just like NFL on Prime. It's on. So are we. I mean, I apologize. It is probably the closest I will ever push to recording and releasing this video. By the time I actually do finish recording and post it, it's already going to be first quarter. So I apologize. That's on me. But hey, to any and everybody that's stuck in something, at least I got it out of the way. And just like that, you can get it out of the way too. Just get it out of the way. It doesn't have to be complete in the best way. If you just get it done, the later projects, the bigger projects, it might come out and help you guys out. Just like I hope to, it helps me out later on down the line. But right before we start, let me finish it up by saying, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please, please, please. And now let's actually get cracking. My light had gone out, so now we are back with that light too. Let's get cracking. Thursday Night Football. This time, okay, I guess this light's dead. Stick with me though. There we go. But yeah, this one, it's going to be very interesting. Two teams in the NFC West, both being 2-1. The one factor that I think a lot of people are ignoring is both teams did not have to travel. Why do I mention that? Starting on Sunday, we are starting our international game slate, I guess, let's say. And for that, travel is going to be a very, very big factor. Even for the Chargers, I guess, like they have not shown any fatigue, even with the Harbaugh off season. Then you're traveling all the way out to Sao Paulo, come all the way back home, then to Vegas, then back home. So they've had a lot of attrition kind of setting in for them early in the season. But in this one, for the Chargers, for the Cardinals, they faced the Niners. Um, Divisional matchup. Unfortunately, they did end up losing. This one, I kind of feel the same way. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, they are already on a 7-game losing streak to the Seahawks, I do believe. And this time, I'm running with 8. Yeah, I think Seahawks. I don't know. They've been kind of under the radar, I guess, kind of nestled in the Pacific Northwest. Even last year, they had a 10-7 season with Geno Smith. One more win, they probably do get in. But even a 10-win team not getting into the playoffs, that shows the competitive level of the league last year, especially in the NFC. This year, do they get over the hump? Do they get into the playoffs? We will see. However, what should help them, aid them out, is Kenneth Walker if he's healthy, Shaq Charbonnet if he's healthy. Both are running in this game. Why do I mention that? Because on the other side, unfortunately, we did lose James Conner for the year. Yeah, Trey McBride's there. Some rated him as the number 1 tight end, or even ahead of Brock Bowers, which baffles my mind. But hey, do what you want to. You have Marvin Harrison, but outside of those two guys, who do you really have for Kyler? Even in the offensive line, Paris Johnson, I do believe, is coming back in this game. But outside of him, like, what's really there? Have you really added anything? And that's kind of what shows them. Like, they're not a great team. They're on the way to being a good team. They're a decent team right now. but they haven't taken that necessary steps that I would have liked so far. Defensively, they have Will Johnson. I mean, they had a lot of injuries last year. That's kind of starting to show its ugly face again. Will Johnson being out with groin, that does not help against JSN, who I do believe is back with some nagging injuries for him as well. You still have Cooper Cup to deal with, and just yeah. Currently, I just see Seattle just slightly, just a little bit ahead, especially even defensively. I think they have a lot more pieces, even though Arizona, I mean, is underrated to say the very least because defensively they have a Calais Campbell, Super Bowl winning champion, Josh Sweat that they just added, Owen Papo in the middle of the field as in linebacker, and then you have Buda Baker in the back. You just added Will Johnson that I mentioned, so you do have pieces defensively. It's just you got to start adding those offensive pieces to help Kyler out. If that were to be the case, if the offense were to show a little bit, I think they can, I mean, still be a team that pushes for that 7th seed in the NFC. But we'll see what happens with them. For the Seahawks, I think, like I mentioned, Jack Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker's health is going to be very important. Their offensive line's health is going to be very important. I think personally, I have liked their tackle duo of Abram Lucas and Charles Cross since they came out. I don't remember exactly, to be honest, where Abraham Lucas went to school. I have a Big Ten-ish type of feeling. I could be wrong. But I know Charles Cross, I do believe, went to Mississippi State. So, he played in the SEC. He should know that physicality. And even around that line, I think they should add some experience. Maybe a Kevin Zeitler that went to Tennessee should have possibly went there. That's on John Robinson, not me. I don't get paid enough to make those decisions. Let me just, talk about decisions. Let me throw some numbers at you as the game probably already started. Shout out Al, Kurt, Kaylee, and the other crew too, pre and post game show and halftime. I don't want to name all of them. Sorry, love y'all though. But keeping it moving, just some numbers for you guys. Points scored per game so far. Seattle's at 29.3, which is the 5th best in the league. 20.7 for Cardinals. Like I mentioned, they're 19th, but if they were to be in that top 15, if they even got to top 12, I think a lot more people might be behind them. But until that happens, gotta see what happens. The other receiver, it could just be the explosion for Marvin Harrison, but it needs to be seen if that is to come. Total yards per game, 315, which is 18th for the Seahawks. 276.3 for the Cardinals, which is 25th, like I mentioned. Passing yards, 219 for the Seahawks, which is 12th. Cardinals are at 165, which is 28th out of 32. That's what your boy said. On the other side, Seattle does have a little inverse problem, I guess, or just a slight little thing that they need to make up for. It is that rushing game that I have been mentioning. Yes, my light did go out. Shout out. But they are ranked 21st in the league with 96 rush yards per game. Even with a two-headed back, that's not great. Cardinals are 111.3, 16th, but the loss of James Conner is going to be a factor there. And then key stats. Darnold in the 3 games has had 663 yards, 4 touchdowns. Kyler Murray's at 542, 4 touchdowns. Similar. Kenneth Walker's at 163 yards and 3 touchdowns so far. Trey Benson, if he could keep this going, 125 yards, no touchdown so far. But hey, like I said, if he could keep it pushing, maybe Cardinals do make a noise. There might be some pieces by trade deadline that if the Cardinals still stay afloat even after this unfortunate loss and are at 2-2 and then still keep it positive, who knows? Maybe they go after a weapon, OBJ possibly. I don't know. That's the name I could think of off the top of my head as a free agent wide receiver. Someone of that sort to try to help Marvin Harrison out, Trey McBride out, as well as take that necessary step. Stephon Gilmore possibly to help out Will Johnson on the opposite side. I do not want to help, the Cardinals out with that. I would rather have Gilly out there with the Raiders because, boy, we need help. But this is not a Raiders podcast. This was for Seattle Seahawks and the Cardinals. Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on already. Go catch it before that. Come back and watch this. If you haven't, go back and watch all the other previous episodes. Like I already said, please go like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's build this community to be bigger. I don't know when or if somebody's gonna see it all the way till this point, but if you ever do, shout out to you.